Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we are looking at something literally historic. The US stock market just crossed a massive milestone. Its total market cap hit $77 trillion for the very first time, a brand new all-time high. But how do we even wrap our heads around a number that gigantic? Well, we use visual data. Let's demystify this market map together and totally skip the boring Wall Street jargon, okay?
Have you ever looked at a massive wall of financial data and just felt totally lost? I mean, if you've ever glanced at a financial news channel or opened a trading app, you've seen it, right? Hundreds of tickers flashing green and red, numbers scrolling by at lightning speed. It is perfectly normal to look at that chaos and feel overwhelmed. But stick with me, because by the end of this explainer, you're going to see the logical order hidden right there in the noise.
Okay, let's dive into this. Instead of just seeing raw data, I want you to look at this whole board as one big, cohesive visual story. What we're looking at is a snapshot of our $77 trillion market on a remarkably positive day. Just look at it. It is an absolute sea of green. It's basically a top-down map of the stock market. Every single rectangle you see represents a completely different publicly traded company, and together, they build the landscape of the US economy on a record-breaking day.
Now, to read this map like a pro, we really need to understand the basic ground rules. Like, why do some of these boxes take up so much physical real estate while others are just tiny little specks? Well, it all comes down to market capitalization. You probably already know this is a company's total price tag, but here's the trick. On this map, market cap dictates physical space. The larger the valuation, the larger the rectangle.
Let's lock in this visual grammar right now, because it's the key to the whole shebang. Box size equals market cap. That is the sheer weight and dominance of the company. Color, on the other hand, tells us its daily performance. So today, green means the stock went up. And the brighter, the more intense that green is, the bigger the positive daily movement. If a stock had dropped, it'd be shaded red. So, size is total value, color is today's momentum. Simple enough, right? Section 1. The gravity of tech titans. I want you to direct your eyes all the way over to the extreme left side. Look at the sheer physical gravity of those two giant blocks. We are looking at NVIDIA, NVDA, and Apple, AAPL. They take up a gigantic chunk of the space, right? Because remember our rule, box size equals market cap. These two mega cap tech giants are pulling so much weight they literally anchor the entire left side. In a $77 trillion market, these behemoths are the undeniable gravitational centers. Now, what's really interesting here is looking at the daily performance of these giants. NVIDIA grew by positive 2.01% and Apple grew by a very modest positive 0.27%. So even though they have massive physical size, their daily percentage gains are actually pretty standard. They're a solid, steady green, not flashing some blinding neon hue. It's a great reminder that being the biggest company in the room doesn't automatically mean you're making the wildest moves on any given Tuesday. They are steady ships moving a whole lot of ocean. Section 2. Spotting the massive outlier. Okay, let's play a quick game of Where's Waldo. Scan that sea of green in your mind's eye. Based on our rule that brighter, more intense green equals a bigger daily leap, can you spot the company that completely blew past the rest of the pack? Like, where is the absolute most intense electric green box you can see? If you found it, you are looking at a massive double-digit percentage leap, positive 13.40% in a single day of trading. I mean, for a major established company, a one-day gain of that magnitude is just absolutely huge. No doubt about it, that is the standout performer of the day. And the breakout star driving that massive 13.40% surge is Cisco, trading under the ticker CSCO. You'll find it sitting right there in the upper middle left area. The box itself isn't nearly as large as Apple or NVIDIA, meaning its total market cap is much smaller. But man, the color is practically glowing. That right there is the perfect visual cue of a company experiencing a massive breakout day. And this brilliantly illustrates the real difference between size and speed. When we stack them up side by side, you can really see the stark contrast. The steady titans provide heavy foundational growth, but Cisco just rockets up at 13.4%. This is honestly why looking at data this way is so brilliant. It lets us see the heavy foundational shifts and the explosive, fast-moving outliers all in one single glance. Section 3. Beyond Tech, Broad Market Greens.
Let's move to the top right corner and see how this builds our understanding of the broader economy. This section is totally dominated by traditional financial heavyweights. While the tech giants hog all the space on the left, this upper right corner really proves that the foundation of this record-setting market high is deep and it's wide.
Breaking down these specific numbers, we see incredibly steady, positive support coming from the financial sector. JP Morgan Chase is up 0.81%. Visa is up 0.79%. Berkshire Hathaway Class B shares are up 0.26%. Now, sure, these aren't the glowing 13% leaps of a tech breakout, but this is absolutely crucial, foundational green. This is the bedrock of the market, showing healthy, consistent, positive movement.
And you know what? We can find this healthy heartbeat scattered everywhere. Just look at the broad market support across entirely different sectors. Broadcom is up 0.46%, Morgan Stanley is up almost a full percent at 0.95%, Procter & Gamble, a massive consumer staple giant, is up 0.66%. Heck, even heavy machinery like Caterpillar is up 0.37%. It's the sheer breadth of this green day, happening across hardware, banking, soap, and tractors, that actually pushes a market to a $77 trillion all-time high.
Section 4. The big picture takeaway. So, the crucial point is this. You now have the superpower to instantly read the story of the economy from a single grid. When you look at this now, you don't just see a wall of random tickers anymore. You see a $77 trillion market literally making history. You see where the heavyweight is distributed on the left, and you see the widespread health echoing all across the right. You can basically read the pulse of global finance in seconds. If you take one specific technical lesson away today, let it be this. Massive size does not equal massive daily gains. The physical footprint of a company like Apple dictates its overall gravity, but it doesn't mean it's going to have an explosive breakout day like Cisco. By separating the size of the box from the color of the box, you can separate a company's historical value from its current daily momentum. It's a real game changer for how you view the market.
We've definitely enjoyed looking at a historic sea of green today, but it leaves us with a pretty critical thought. What happens to the entire index when those massive left side boxes turn bright red? It is the double-edged sword of a top-heavy market, and that's exactly the kind of dynamic we'll be exploring next time. Hey, if you are interested in my content, follow the account, like and share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Keep observing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.